Kanekwa. The cancer and HSE esi baby so. It is clear saying that the Yamanoka said, Bibiada Nimu said, the NDC has already failed with their promises of Mama. Saying any man, not say Bekaya, NDC, that no more opposition. Omokaya, the Kosi said, one of their reasons of coming in power is to arrest MPP for paying for, and especially the finance minister then, which is Ken Offori Atta. Now, I say, and I say, actually, say, we are gonna Nibana Wuti in 10 times with the Equaswa. Maybe actually say, and some nan this for car, ya de Ghana for Abram Betia Kuya, say, Ken Offori Atta, ya crom for Bechina Tuno, Ayantro. It cannot happen. Now, I still don't understand how. Your academists, in Crofo, Marco School, Ghana, my one, or Mutumidi or Madrema Santro, you know. Jeliepa. Your Crofo, Marco School, or Munim, dear Conanim, how ye certified academics are. Yako School, we a degree, ni PhD, no one. But they fall victim into the NDC propaganda. The American sir. Brian Crawford case on bed chicken Offori Atta Edna Bagana and I met some platform we so can say Ken Offori Atta, you can never arrest him. You can never extradite him from America to come to Ghana. Who to me yamani ye because of a near money accusation now, yet they work in Offori Atta so no. It is clear say you cannot extradite him. One, Ken Offori Atta on Kokumobi. 2, Ken Offori Atta onye amroba. 3, Sikana omoke se Ken Offori Atta wiano. Ken Offori Atta wankwa nkosisa gane sika nkwa nkogu ni fie ankwa nkodio. The odi sikani ye biano odi ye juma in the name of Ghana. But I don't understand, sir. Some academics and Crawford Monsieur Woma Kwachi, so more kind Ghana constitution no, so more kind say Jimmy na dokuru no, me do no one tiase. Yes, say when a minister of a state, in his duty, when he is in duty, and especially when he is working for the state, you know, say, or make any mistake here, he is not punishable. Nanti academics of Mugana and Yinamu and Pasiafuana. Because every constitution of every democratic country, they are almost the same. Mama Jennifer do more cover. And it's a Ken Offori Atta year, Juma is a minister of finance. Our year, Juma Diama Ghana mine. Nasa once is a Sikano area and free our minor council, Uncle go on a council man quankodi. Number no proceed there be or ye and why ye mistake here. Won't to me in a son Chenamani ye, I am Pasiaki can. Mammy Sisubium. The Emrane said, the constitution said, when a minister is acting in the name of the state and he makes a mistake by acting in the name of state, no, that minister is not punishable. You cannot punish him. It is a minister. Aya DB sabio kwanya den one family kwanya more castle anya. The only thing that you could have done then was to what? Impeach him from his position. You cannot arrest him because once the second is can kogunin daimwendi Timie pa one consent contract and farm man phobia and fudge and quankudia who evidence. Sepapana akoye kickback ya jihusika. Na andisi fono omope showing ye di animu chere si ye bibi ye kan sem de gu amanfo so ye say MPP amanyokuo no. That is what the NDC is after. Enti Ken Offori Atta wo ho, he will never and ever been extradited from the America to come to Ghana and answer questions. DNT a oma contract way, DNT a muye agreement way, DNT a Ghana mine any man we koye agreement. That one no. He don't need to come to Ghana before you can ask him that questions. And now me no can say, in law, it is added into the law, say you can use electronic devices to hear somebody if you want to hear him in terms of if you are holding a role as an authority of a country. It is not like yesterday, whereby you need a person physically before you can talk to him. And a second, before you can extradite somebody from a country to your country because you want to prosecute him, no. I was a woman in a court of a competent jurisdiction and charging Nippon with the cases. Now, all sentences, with a sentence and an extradition to me. Oh, yeah, and this is for Ghana for you, Jimmy. One to me, and America, my name, a country of democracy. And country America by say, oh, Baba fucking Offori Atta, Edna free America, the Nabagana, Adentia, the person met to Tonano. We are there. Now, Ntin Kwasiafono Mugosa OSP, Kisia Jabe, and in Jimmy, Mr. Techiman, Mr. Attoney Generale, and to school Ben Omokoye. Common international issues, they don't even know. To me, sorry, America, we can't say America for say you want to extradite someone from America because you want to come and what? Ask him questions. Abra one sentence one so. Abra one na same one for. Abra one even yen can say actions be or ya odwene say ana wa hu say why hwehwemu e dia kwa koduro wo say we obokro no wo ha owi agana sika wo ha odi kogu na council mo fire. You cannot do that. Na say the medical kan bra asem na make kan tie ne yie. Every minister of state in his duty time when he is working in the name of the state, now making mistake here because he was working for the state, he is not punishable. But it is obvious that also sap or mind sika now train Eddie Kogua Council, Eddie Chairman for free. That one is a clear evidence of thievery. But so some of the contract ya mo bi na contract ne bo wo soro na enu nti wo si da bi bra na menchiwa that of Offori Atta can seek a higher asylum in America for political prosecution or no okojina commissions of refugees you be man 5 years instantly. And to the end this for you know e jimi bi na omujim omomo one say look at the manner the OSP Barbontain at the beginning ebe kasa for Offori Atta ho kwan of so essay the image of Offori Atta. Look at the manner Sebio Attorney General so Barbontain kwan no fa so de ka ekasa for Offori Atta ho mi aba be ma utie me odwene say if there is a way say nka mo betumi edi Offori Atta from America Ghana abaye ne de omo pese omo fanye na enka omo te ho. They cannot do that because they don't have the requisite for extradition omo ne. And Offori Atta can never be extradited from America just because Kwasi Appanyi bi say Felix Kisia Jaben say obeto to na no. Now obi a the accuser, the state where the accuser no we say only any accuse against the person unless the person witness against himself. We are there. What but and this is very only a comics. And this year buying and a comic a buying. Well now we say you want to extradite somebody from somewhere. Ukwana America buying this house say boni ben na nipa na ye. Ohwe mu ben na wa ye. Uhwe mu no ye na ekosi sei what was the outcome of the investigation? Now, I can say there be investigation. Oh, me penak akototo nano tie the obekan with the jinaso I investigation. What about them? Mo ya yare for Attorney General and OSP. Mo ya kwasia for pa. Mo ya kwasia for munni mo mra. Musuku amukọ e mukọ ni nkura bi munni mu nyansa kete. Keno Offori Atta on manne on matchna unless say muna mo ye the accuser no mo betumi aye mo investigation na mo tumi anya basis of accusation yen kan say charges na mo de atone so na mo tumi because ye betumi di nipa kura say me his assets se udi bone pa na wadi bone na ye no kura say wadi bone a etumi di wasem abra woni ho tamakura na say friend say maslok ma me no ndi say maslok ma me no ye di na sem abra na oni Ghana ebua ne fo adentia because there were evidence of corruption act na evidence wo why ye di na so ye ne charges the ntimi charges on Offori Atta so no say there is no evidence of criminal act a perception criminal perception and this is for share propagate here against the MPP no and then this is for employing for to say OSP and the question employing Attorney General omudi gina also omudi kwa extradict omo kotwe papa na from America de na bagana beti na no musem mo yare wo me ma grade say je mo akwa ba mo yare mo twe say America e say Ghana me nya sakwasi asa wa me chiao and as TK Steven me chiao pa America enti say Ghana o say mo te Ghana ho a mutimi free obi so mra obeduru amoso mo de 2 million 10 million 25 million bail condition atone so na mo de ato 1 week 2 weeks 3 weeks no America ntisa enti papa no say court Ghana man mu a nka wonye ahwio onye bone but nka mo betimi use abuse of power and na 2-3 weeks bi just somebody by day ebe mama nkwasi afo na omudi mochi no omo ani anje samo bra ma chicken Offori Atta enya adwuma nne enya adwuma ochina because Offori Atta is showing you guys say you are fools omo papa no ma because e clear say your intention no yes papa na your boni o you just want to show him power because Offori Atta has denied OSP a lot of privileges are not here. Yakoto car, you turn the best $500,000 bulletproof car and mano non fanante. Ken see on top. Akwane since then, ena wafa ken the whole time. And the amoya no, and that we say a personal persecution, political persecution. I'm going to papa no so. Papa no so ni munyansa. And now America or manya emra eye adwuma wo enti se musimu ye mbali ma monkona monkotwe mfa ne mrafie na mo punish no na mo mfa ne nkotum se de mutimi fa abronye de nkotum mu se de mo fa chama wuntumi de nkotum mu se de mo ya munni even minya ba be mai nti pa wodwene se how ankrofo we si jiga wo Offori Atta so say no kwese Offori Atta okay evero what can you pa say timothy the pastor say Offori Atta adi bone ampa say dem krofo yi e kan ya enken ne say ne omote ho a omo safa ho e na OSP amfa ne docket ama ena ye ne docket e de bekọ ne akwa ne de aba omoboa because man person him say the constitution stated clear say a minister a president when you are acting in the name of the state and you commit any mistake near crime if you commit a mistake your mistake is not punishable because you were working in the name of the state. Accusation by na yede bokin Offori Atta. Yesi Offori Atta aye SML aye agency bia Ghana by man, Juma say on control, patrol, oil, bauxite, all the natural resources. Now, omuhu the yenya the yenya. Sa application na Offori Atta no. Enya krono no boy. Wanyi Ghana sika mfa nkoto na council. And you cannot punish him because he was acting in the name of the state. Bosiana papa na ko boy. How the buy ya yedi ehwe nkura school yedi bitue adwumayefo ka ene hwan ne hwan no untumi nyina no so money emni na ase mua ne forma ne yeye. It is an unconstitutional. So people are fool. The NDC leadership are fools, and they think say they can deceive knowledgeable men in the country. So I catch them say Offori Atta ayi Ghana sika afri Ghana account and you could go on an account to ma, and then you can bring him and kill him. You can bring him and prosecute him. As I will say, why agreement to be into Tiasi and Inti, America for one fan mera. The man just have to seek asylum, and they will give him a kind of say, if you say friend, refugee status, 5 years document. You renew it automatically. Who here saw by your Juma? But the man and this is for you. Was a fool, we are saying bye. I'm at Mutaru, Betty comes and also Michelle, you better make a see as someone Michelle. I do Douglas Michelle Yepa. Michelle Yepa. I was a Mutim Yepa. Could you don't come Michelle Yepa? America need people with mind, people with brain, intelligent men like Offori Atta. It can no on man on matchna. When you beguase. Yes, exactly. And I mean, you could see some working. Every movement of Papani Yebiano, it was approved by the Parliament of Ghana. Papana and Koshe Sumasi and Yen and Yema were that not involving the state. How would you accuse him? America Betia says, I am a chain of Anoko. But see, the Offori Atta style, it is solid, and Offori Atta will disgrace the NDC party from now up to 2028. This case will be pending up to 2028. Senka papa no wo man no mudia nkombetete no. Se papa ne tigana man mu na me no kase ya nkombehye da to omuania asine so atete no aye na yakayaka de just because they want to work, prove to their supporters say omo ba ye no Offori Atta omo ache no say the no mo kase Offori Atta bokro no oba omo ache. But Ken is a very smart man and very intelligent, very knowledgeable. And we are in America. Say mo pa mo mra na mo meche nko. Say America buy better ho. Ama mo the unlawful manner abefa nipa kese se Offori Atta. E de na bagana. E de mo kwase nkura se mra no abechechire no na akoto prisoner. Mo nko na mo nko fa ne mra. Mo nko na mo nko fa ne mra. Mo yare na mo betra konyam. Na instead of you to concentrate on the job, you are benefiting from the effort of this man. A Jumani Dimbonia Papa Weje in Ghana Mine. And I'm there to restructure the levy. And then I say to make sure that the country will grow from COVID. Mobile, you are benefiting. People are crowding their hands for you. Because Ghana Fobina is a mountain master, or Motia or Monka. Mosanso enya the audacity in you to say the man is a thief. You want to bring him. Meseking Offori Atta, everybody was seeking the asylum. Your man in refugee status, 5 years. Political persecution. Monko na monko fanemra. Monko na monko fanemra no mudi na asem. Monko na monko fa Offori Atta mra. Monfa krata bi eche se Offori Atta no kre. When we see from Bank of Ghana, Monko Fanamra. Yadin Yamana call parliament a approve budget to one the government expenditure and one. Now, Mon Quasia for no Mudi Mochin, a woo Attorney General, when Nimse Kusia Yaboni, Visia Anopa. You were among them, you were among them. Why did you accept that? I didn't hear who vote in favor of the budget. Now, who ambassador that be Uncle Fanny will be a cigarette over here. Abuja, what I want to tell you is that Ken Offori Atta has not taken any pin from the country. Yes, Ken, Edna Data Bank, and a guarantee a buying a different Ghana buying to receive loans from the outside, a crime. That is what the NDC said. But the NDC for buying money. Data Bank, one of the banks are almost used to receive money from abroad to Ghana. Data Bank and almost use before MPP came in power, before 2016, Data Bank and another bresso, yes, it can afford that taco Bobusiano do because of say, ye Quatibusian Bia Boyan Chefantino, Oya Cronforno. Answer another Babedia Cunyano. Now, and this is what the Data Bank the Kojilo Frap on Trinidad. So, what are we talking about? Political persecution on Pesamonia can afford that. On Fanny Home, on Fanny Home, Monte Teno, on Fanny Home, and Mamon Famon Quasia politics and Yansan in Gunanima Senteteno, the Hontono. I feel about no question says. Now, they bet you know, Namasa, David, Moya, they have some. Go to America and prove that he's guilty with an evidence. Then the Federal Nation of America will even sponsor to bring him back to Ghana for prosecution. But Simon Kwasiakeka and Abraham to one, the American government will never. Now, here, John Mahama has helped his brother, Ibrahim Mahama, to acquire 100 million mining site, the black voters site. And this is for say, come on, Ghana Fuaka on 1 or 2, nobody is talking about it. But Obia, the bank, na ewo hodada, and in the cars in Babylon president. Now the opposition party then, a use our bank and the G loans, a free amanone. And now, no, in the cars in the president. Now, or not the same bank and also a G loan their free amanone say state capture. But now, your mining site now, Ababeyo John Mahama, New Ibrahim dear, as Sika or the toy, Africa for your bank Sika. And I had a man of Manicotoya. Sandy who is doing the state capturing. Kind of woman cannot cry. Woman cannot cry. No cry away. A young wood. But a do so some kind was some can. Woman cannot cry. Senka Nepa. MPP Abanet so. Nanka, yes, sorry, yes, say a Greek bank. A good, but a bayan tone and the ama. Ken Offori Atta. Hey, Kasuma CNA and candid the whole TVs and radio stations at the back on Combecamo Assembly. But yeah, that's sorry. Now you see, black voter, John Mahama Nimiato. I'm not against that. A Ghana owned 10. But the name Yama when Rano, and you can say Yama when you can the value of the black voter mining site now. Do you know the amount that it amounts to? Yes, Danado, Nebaba, Nekoji restaurant, the Krawo, Kotoka International Airport to operate the restaurant. The Edian Anado Ghana said on Chegana the man and ma. But then mining site there, Obi to Meji, a young Juma, or a Ghana, there's no problem with it. Are you not fool? And this is for, are you not stupid? Moye campaign when you told say Mahama was coming for your burden. Mahama was coming for his family affairs. Boxer had free in 7 years ago, no, or signed by Natisha or Baba Jena there. And now buy and one for any answer boxside. Boxside, a Jumana no and you have got the golden side, gold side, and the family can become more rich. And what they are money. And I want to make them, and I want come and want to a Jimmy for OSP. Say there, Ken Offori Atta docket, no say Ira. Already I go for yeah. We are this in an answer of no money. And then Kisia Jabe, Mr. Messin, a Prokakra, Mr. Messia Shikakra say, Offori Atta docket now, Omodi ye dede, Offori Atta is wanted, fugitive of justice. One for docket number I was saying, when the docket be Abusia, young Konko TV video so security in the media, the lawyer of Offori Atta about Botia Babe Fire. No more candy or moon no. Now I didn't see a shas here. You know the solid. Monquasi Assemna, Yentie, actually, and the lawyer of Offori Atta so PM. Now you will hear things that he said to the TV presenter. Young commoners here.
Is mounting on the special prosecutor Kisi Jabing to expedite the extradition process against the former finance minister Offori Atta, who has failed to respond to several summons from the OSP despite being placed on both the wanted list and on Interpol red notice. It has been 9 months since the former finance minister first declared himself a fugitive of justice. In fact, the OSP declared him the fugitive of justice with steps initiated to extradite him to face criminal charges in Ghana. Last week, correspondence between the Attorney General's office and the OSP over the extradition process leaked, raising claims that the OSP has allegedly refused to submit the case docket to the Attorney General. There's more in the following report.
In February of 2025, Special Prosecutor Kisi Jabin addressed journalists and laid out his case against former Finance Minister Offori Atta, who was a person of interest in several cases of corruption. The OSP consequently declared Offori Atta a wanted man.
The OSP declares Kenneth Nanaya Offori Atta a wanted person. He is a fugitive from justice. And this is to Mr. Offori Atta. You have two choices. You can either return to the jurisdiction voluntarily or the OSP will enforce your return.
A few weeks later, and following assurances by the former finance minister that he will return to the country after some medical procedure, the OSP removed him from the wanted list. Despite this agreement, however, Offori Atta refused to return to Ghana, claiming a complication regarding his medical status. The OSP then reinstated him on the wanted list.
Mr. Offori Atta's conduct is totally unacceptable and a baleful spite at law enforcement and criminal investigations. It ends here. We will no longer accommodate him. The OSP redeclares that Mr. Offori Atta is a wanted person.
The family of Offori Atta had claimed he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer and had to undergo a complicated medical procedure in the USA where he currently is. The OSP has since been collaborating with the Office of the Attorney General to have him extradited to Ghana. 10 months since the first declaration, however, Offori Atta has neither been arrested in the US nor has he voluntarily returned, with recent reports claiming the OSP was not assisting the AG's office in the effort to extradite him to Ghana. But sources close to the OSP say the matter is receiving the needed attention and that recent reports could benefit Offori Atta, who can claim to US authorities that the supposed criminal case against him is politically motivated.
Ghana. Nanko Monfa the abuse of power now or use to against MPP for Chama won to me Abronye and in Kaifona Kana Yechi or Mugum Abranyan Sanning in the BNH and Gribian. They wanted to use the same method because bra say no crepa say charges are a year relevant. Now actually the Bias Papana di Papana Bokronoa. The state of America, our Ghana buying a collaboration would have bring Offori Atta to you as much faster as possible. Mr. Mose DMT, since February up to now, Offori Atta has not come back home because he knows Oba more than to try Emra to be dinner and the narco to sales. And also, Mr. Mose DMT and Grofo went to Nkofana Maya because eventually charges now not Offori Atta say OSP Kano. It does not exist. The charges does not exist, and they cannot use any paddle force accusation, to extradite somebody, such an important figure, especially an exposed political personality of the opposition party actually to bring it back home. Everybody will be able to say a political persecution. That is what is going on. And Ken, Mafia net and Mafia Ochara, NDC will disgrace himself before they leave power. Yanto asonenti video nonkai na yemra sisia.
Anti-corruption campaigner Edem Senanu says information available to him from the OSP contradicts the claims that the office is refusing to cooperate with the Attorney General to conclude the extradition process. Let's listen to him. We'll be back with more.
Understand this continuous attack of the OSP, and now the actions to be taken are no longer in the court of the OSP, and yet people are saying the OSP is delaying.
But should the OSP move to the dictates of what people are saying, or move by what the law says, for him to, do what he's supposed to do?
And the OSP has been doing that. I mean, the OSP stuck to their guns in spite of all the backlash. They were being insensitive, and still said, no, we have every suspicion that he will not show up. So we are putting him on red alert. People were not happy with that. Upon all the commitments, all the way up to June 2nd, the man said he will appear. 3 or 4 days to June 2nd, he says, I cannot come for whatever reasons. Now, he's not saying he's in surgery. He's not saying he has whatever. And he's walking the streets of America. It's not a government decision. Honestly speaking, it is no longer in the court of the ages. In fact, I'm aware that this week they are likely to call a press conference where I think they've done further work where there are additional charges they are looking at. So the OSP has continued to work, trying to, as it were, mine the data they have. And in the information I have, they are likely to have additional charges they're going to press by the end of this week.
Meanwhile, private legal practitioner...
So what? And I'm saying, Sauti Asema OSP office, can I say, Omugusu Omuya Juma. Now, Samba Kwakaya, a dance of what I'm trying to tell you. So, see, they are adding another charges to the docket. Listen, some when we now OSP about it was not sufficient. It doesn't make sense. So, because why your budget, the parliament, my parliament approve, and the young coaching to Mabadam. And this is 1.4 million. Juma. And I'm telling you on this platform, a higher race media, me a politician, but I can tell you on authority say Offori Atta will never and ever be extradited to come back to Ghana because has not done anything wrong. The Oye Biano. He did it with the consensus of Parliament of Ghana, and he was working under, or he was working as Ghana. Any agreement that he took it in the name of the country. Any decision that he took them in the name of the country. And for any democratic country or jurisdiction acting in the name of a country, and by so doing a mistake that not constitute a criminal charge. Hey, and this is for hey, now ye in the Crofona Moody as well, my almost the entire mining to me because they are fools. Jimmy, Minister of Justice, Edin Kwasiasem Wechi. Anything I don't can say OSP, the Okani Kwasiasem. It doesn't make sense. I feel like doing some for charges, but not the bro. Nipa say Ken, man, I want to answer what to me up on a charge. Ken so their friend was Zoom, na yemi come on be some question be our pay. Akwesi on kasa, on friend, omra mayede, omra no mumfa amra fun and chicken and got to no mumfan prezi or mo say o machi and people ni atum. Mo ya mo o mother. Momento asuna yenti the observation of other academics in the country.
Martin Pebu insists the OSP should consider initiating a trial in absentia against Ken Offori Atta if the former minister continues to evade justice.
A time where some of the points leave it to the technical people, because when you get in too much, you would cause a bit of confusion. Now let's do this. Let's do a bit of education. There's a law called Mutual Legal Assistance Act, right? So for criminal cases, when you need help, you go through it. Now, Offori Atta said he would do video conference. I currently don't have the law here, but in times past, we read it. Before you do the video conference, the simple point we are making is that you can ask the U.S. authorities to take Offori Atta's statement for us. So they will take what we call caution statement. Then they will take charge statement. If there are any other things, we will act through that. That's why we made a law. So, Adam, I think this one, maybe we should talk behind the scenes so that we don't appear to be fighting in public. But please, we all want the law to work. So we have a law, we have a legal framework that allows us to get the U.S. authority. And we've debated this ad nauseam. So it's Offori Atta himself who said he will cooperate with the U.S. So, and when it comes to taking the statement, it's not any difficult thing. Once the Americans agree, they will ask him to come to whichever office of the FBI or which other investigating authority we use. Then they will take the statement from him. It's not rocket science.
For here, Joy News, we've also.
NDC ni lawyer kure kan kire OSP any Attorney General say omo ye nkurasefo o asema mate opreku kan say o se de omo ye no enye the way to go na de wo se omo ye no enye rocket science enye addition ni mpon kakraka bi ene ye de wo se omo ye say no kure pass o charges no timi send the command American authority na America for afre Offori Atta wadam mu na o maka say o charges ni ye ano omo ye oyi ano wi a na o ma send the abrel e wo Ghana man mu na watena OSP office ho de na na do dam ko Kufuado e de ma wo no ai de na na do dam ko Kufuado de ma wa na wu use no e de against ono ankasa ne 1000 abra wonye boni bia no na watena ho na wa hwehwem o hwehwem na o de to o Ghana mra na constitution no. Now the Offori Atta edi for you just have to communicate to the American authority and they will bring him. Say, you know the man has not done any wrong thing, but you just want to use political power to stress him, to harass him. Say the moye used to. One said the Moankasa Muhuni Panum correction Musamuya Moa. Martin Kwepu or NDC ni every ni tiso emepem nehre wase but onu tumi jina kan kire NDC lawyer for say mo ye nkurasefo mo ye moa mo ni munyansa yanto asoro yankuyani.
Obtain copies of some of this correspondence between the OSP and the Attorney General on this matter. Our legal desk member Kweku Asante has been reviewing the documents. He spoke earlier on JN today.
So that in June of this year, the special prosecutor wrote to the chief of staff of the president requesting assistance in their effort to extradite Offori Atta to Ghana. The chief of staff's office did forward that letter to the Attorney General's office to liaise with the OSP on this matter. The AG specifically wrote to the OSP requesting some staff support from the OSP on that matter and also the specific docket and the update on the investigation and wherever they may be. The OSP did in fact reply the letter of the Attorney General and recommended 2 people to assist him with that investigation. However, the docket did not go. We are getting some understanding and some responses, some officials from the OSP and some of the sources we are digging that the OSP denies the claims that he is not cooperating and that in fact the docket is being worked on, the investigation has been working on for quite some time now, and as soon as that concludes, he will forward same to the Attorney General for action. And as we heard there from Edem Senano, the OSP may this week organize a news conference and lay out the specifics of what he has been able to do together with the Attorney General's office in getting to the point where they can extradite Offori Atta to Ghana and be fine.
That's perfect. Kweku, would you confirm to me that over the weekend, this document or the source that we have from the OSP corresponds with what you're just telling me, that it explains why the docket had not been forwarded to the AG? Would you confirm this to me?
Well, yes, a couple of the information in there are all confirmed, and the sources in terms of what we are trying to compare the facts and some of the leaked letters we've seen. It all confirms that the only thing the OSP is yet to do as regards to the Attorney General is to forward the letter or the docket to the Attorney General's office, and that we are told is being worked on aggressively, and as soon as that is ready, it will get to the AG's office.
And that was your 40. A fail no more investigation. No more dear Yanjinaso. Na omwa file edi akwa koma Attorney General say onko fa Offori Atta emfiri baby o famra. Now the question that I want to ask now, na me pese won so betwe o answer e wo comment section one say, how can you declare somebody wanted or fugitive of justice? Abra wankasa homework kurano unyemye. What is your homework? To do a complete investigation whereby everything concludes say nipa na wo kana asem na enokre se wabo man krono. Say ebesi saying ena watime bua obi for asa ka say you obi a wadwan afiri atentene ne emram abra wankasa no wuntumi nye hwehwemu nkoduru mpempenso obi ahwehwemu no kire se kan na kan enipa we yabo man krono. You see the mentality that these fools are using in the office. Imame Susi Ajiman, Memwakwa Papa. The whole OSP, utumi bejina TV medium, ekese obi a fugitive of justice. Abra one kasa from your office. Utumi investigation conclude. Emu se no kwese nipa na bokro no. Second, abra a competent court of jurisdiction. Entrance can say ya yen remu nipa we ya bokro no. You see, anytime I can't say, now omo pese, enka Offori Atta nye ne ho kwasea, na nka bra omo born in training say, oye fugitive no, nka omo na Ghana, nti nka oba betru Ghana man mu a, na omo de omo kwasea, mera no adi na chinatum, abra omo ni any evidence, se papa na bokro no. All said now, the issue was Offori Atta yekromfo. This time that around that I'm talking, after 6 good months, Asemna Baba said the docket has not been sent to Attorney General. Papa ne hon semna ya buan won krata so it says ye krono or ye kromfo. Every February, I'm not permanent. Se sabio achichidie na ya de papa ne hon krata na achichiri na chi. And on anti-free OSP in office ho say ode koma Attorney General enka onuru akra to akra. In our when I tell say those guys has no any claim, any charges, any criminal charges against the man. They just wanted to what? Harass him. They just wanted to harass him. They just wanted to what? Show to their supporters, inclusive for supporters no more. Say when they came in power, they are doing something. But power does not stay forever. Power, it comes and it is goes. So whatever you do today, remember that somebody tomorrow or next year or next 100 years or next 50 years will come and hold the same position that you are holding. And the person will pay you back. Maybe with the right manner, whereby you cannot run away. When this is for na mobile no pa. Yento aso na yenti video nonka because the lawyer of Offori Atta an interview.
Let's now listen to Professor of International Law at the University of Ghana Law School, Kojo PJT. He believes that the OSP must first establish a strong legal basis for the extradition before it can even proceed further.
It involves the country where the alleged criminal is located, which is in the case the U.S., and the country which is requesting for the alleged criminal to be brought to justice. in this case Ghana, and in between is Interpol, that is the International Police Commission, which, and as things stand now, the government of Ghana has issued an arrest, has issued asked Interpol to issue the red alert, which in itself does not constitute a warrant of arrest, but it's a notification that this person has committed, is alleged to have committed some offense and is wanted by that country, in which case Ghana. And for the process to really work, we have a situation where Ghana and US already has an extradition treaty between them. So it makes it easier. But all the same, it calls for the country which is requesting for the alleged criminal to complete all the processes. And it also has to make sure that the offense that the person is alleged to have committed is not considered a political offense. Secondly, the person may not, the person shouldn't have already been tried for that offense. And there's also the question as to whether the offense that is being alleged to have committed is an offense in the two countries, both countries as well. So when all these conditions are met, then the onus or the burden lies on the US to initiate that process. And so at the end of the day, the US also has to agree. And because they are all parties to either Interpol agreement or convention, and also there's that extradition treaty between Ghana and the US, it should be easy and possible for US then to arrest this person for him to be brought to Ghana for trial.
Thank you, Prof. But just what you've just said, it should be easier, knowing what you have just told us this afternoon. Ghana has a history of cooperating with the U.S. when it comes to extradition issues. This year alone, Ghana has extradited several Ghanaians fraud and maybe money laundering to face charges in the U.S. Should Ghana be more assertive to U.S. authorities given the history of our cooperation?
Well, that is a matter that the two governments may have to resolve, but I'm sure that at the end of the day, it should be possible for U.S. to cooperate to ensure that Mr. Offori Atta is brought to Ghana for trial. But yes, in terms of the legalities, Ghana can request for Mr. Offori Atta to be brought to Ghana, but sometimes there's some political issues involved, and if that is ironed out, then it is possible for him to be brought to Ghana for trial.
So, Prof, finally, in very simple terms, it's not very strange that in 9 months, the OSP has not been able to, or hasn't been successful with this. It's not strange.
It may sound strange, but it's also about how Ghana takes the matter seriously and how cooperation between the OSP and the Attorney General's office works. If they're able to do all the paperwork well, and be able to establish that this is all the papers that should be sent to the U.S., the U.S. is satisfied with that, then it eases the process for him to be extradited to Ghana.
Well, it's a good time now to bring in lead counsel for the man who once held the nation's purse strings. I'm talking about Ken Offori Atta. And joining me now for the conversation is Frank Davis. We appreciate your time here on The Pulse. Currently, where is your client and how is he faring?
Okay, Njabusia se utia sema international legal practitioner eka ya. Yasema no person on Kenya na say. First of all, say person emfa Ken Offori Atta mra, e was asem no enye political matter. Asem no so ye political. Eti Ken Offori Atta will never come. Second, say said the Ethiopia no, bone na yesi Ken Offori Atta di no. I was say enye bone ewo Ghana, nyansa nso nye bone ewo America. In America, acting as a minister in the name of the state. Now we mistake here. You are not prosecutable. It's then also you're out. So there are two issues, sir. Eye fundamental ena manusuntia Ken Offori Atta can never and ever be brought back to Ghana for NDC harassment. Fenotuti. Yanto asune yanko yanim na yentie. The lawyer of Ken Offori Atta ene maami wei enkomo bi omudi ye enkomo no mu ede pa me bom modre me cho se bom modre na tena se na tie ne ye pa unya like bi na me cho se like on share so amake se share na ma what adofo so enya bi enti yento aso na yemmra asisi a.
Much good afternoon to your cherished listeners and esteemed viewers. Where is Ken Offori Atta now? But we all know where Ken. But don't you know?
Tell me where he is as we speak, because the OSP is looking for him.
He's in the United States of America.
He's a wanted man.
Is in the United States of America. It's a notorious fact. Everybody knows that he's in the US.
And how is he faring? Because he's a wanted man.
Why a wanted man cannot fare well? He is good. He is good. He is sustained by the good Lord every day.
I want you to update us on his health as we speak, because we are aware that he went through some medical procedure for which he told the OSP he cannot be in the country for him to interrogate him in person. How is he faring now?
I can only speak to the legal issues concerning Ken Offori Atta. I don't have his mandate to digest into his health-related matters. Those are very personal and confidential to him. So yes, I'll deal with the legal matter, but I'll leave the health issues to Ken.
Well, the legal matters is actually what we're dealing with, really, because one of the key reasons why you are representing him now is because the state has a case against him, which he has failed to appear before the OSP for on the grounds of his ill health. So as his counsel, I'm sure, you must be in touch with him. You must know how he's faring as we speak. So we want to know, is he coming back home?
You asked me a question from the beginning, and I said to you he's well, but he's being kept by the good Lord God. What again was I supposed to say? In any event, you started by saying that what? He didn't want to cooperate. I don't know what he didn't want to cooperate or whatever you said. Ken Offori Atta had made himself available through legally permissible means. When this matter broke, Ken Offori Atta, through his lawyers, wrote to the OSP that he was available for an electronic transmission video conference, which is permissible by law.
Hello.
The OSP didn't accede to that.
Hello.
There's the Mutual Legal Assistance Act, which is applicable among countries. The OSP refused to take advantage of that, insisting that he wanted an in-person interview with Ken Offori Atta. Whatever that meant, only God knows. So anybody cannot be held to be saying that
I got you.
Ken Offori Atta is frustrating on anybody or he's not making himself available for whatever. I think that premise is wrong, and we should all get it right. He has made himself available through his lawyer and has always wanted to cooperate with the OSP. It is too late in the day now to be saying that Ken Offori Atta is not cooperating.
So he's cooperating, but the OSP wants to see him in person.
His legal right to be respected, okay? The OSP wants what?
The OSP wants to see him in person. The reason why we want to find out about his health, is he fit to come into the country?
The center right.
I have said to you that Ken Offori Atta is well.
I always talk.
He has had health challenges.
And actually now my aims of
he's gone through surgery.
I'm struggling to hear Frank Davis. I'm presuming our audience same as well. If you could speak a bit louder for me to help us. I'm
saying I have already said to you, and it's a notorious fact.
Okay.
That Ken Offori Atta had health challenges. He has gone through surgery, and he is recuperating. Something that is known to each and every other Ghanaian in this republic. It is no news. So Ken Offori Atta is well. The OSP went against all legally permissible means to have him interrogated or interviewed. And he was insisting that he wanted an in-person interview with Ken Offori Atta, and that he will use all the legal force of the state to have him extradited to Ghana. And that is what we have all been waiting for.
And so it begs the question, really, if your client is faring better, as you've said, Why doesn't he come into the country?
You want me to answer this question for you? Why there are no other legally permissible means by which he can be interviewed? Is it only by coming to the country? And why are you asking not the reverse? Why are you not asking the reverse? The OSP has told all of us that he is going to bring him here.
And he's actually trying to. He has issued an Interpol red notice.
You have asked me a question. Can I answer, please?
Please answer.
Yes. If Ken Offori Atta by himself is not coming, there's a reason why he is not coming. Because his health is still challenged.
But you just told me he's doing better.
What? But if somebody is recuperating, it means he can just leave America and come here. If somebody is recuperating from surgery, by your analogy, because he's recuperated, he should just throw himself back into Ghana. I don't think it works that way. In any event, the OSP has told Ghanaians that he is going to use all the force at his command to have Ken Offori Atta brought into the country. If Ken Offori Atta is not coming as you are alleged, the OSP should be in a position to bring him.
And the OSP is making attempts to. He has issued an Interpol red notice. He, so far, based on what we're finding out, is working together with the Attorney General to start the extradition process. But then there are concerns being raised now that Ken Offori Atta should be tried in absentia. As his legal representative, what are your thoughts on this?
Almost getting to a time.
I have no thoughts on this. Go and ask the people who are saying it to be tried in absentia. I have no thoughts on this.
6:30.
I have no thoughts. I think those who are making the demand and the call for him to be tried in absentia should be answering the question you're asking.
But as his counsel, you must be concerned, really. You must be concerned that pressure is mounting on the OSP to try him in absentia. If your client argues that he's innocent, shouldn't he be making attempts to come back into the country so that he can answer the crucial questions on the mind of Ghanaians as well as that of the OSP?
Do you know the text of criminal prosecution? Who said to you that my client has to prove his innocence? Who ever said that to you? That my client has to prove his innocence? It is the duty of the state to prove his guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. So stop what you're saying.
But his reputation is at stake, isn't it? His reputation is at stake, isn't it?
His what?
His reputation is at stake with all this talks about him in the public, in the media space. The OSP is after him. I'm sure he's concerned about his reputation. Why not show up and let's squash all these talks?
I got you.
Are you being judgmental or something?
Far from the case. I'm seeking answers.
No, I said, are you being judgmental? An accused person is innocent until he's proven guilty. So stop this business about his reputation is at stake. What kind of reputation are you alluding to?
I got you.
Are you charging him?
But with this,
an accused person is innocent until he's proven guilty, and you get it right. And stop being judgmental about reputation and all that.
Counsel, I am not being judgmental. I'm simply asking questions that are pertinent at this point in time. The reason why I started the conversation by trying to find out the state of your client.
I'm available to support.
And I'm saying my client is recuperating. Is that what you don't understand?
I'm actually aware of it.
He's recuperating from surgery. Is that difficult to comprehend?
I would like to talk with the guest to know time that
he's recuperating.
My program or something.
And when he's fully fit and able to return to Ghana, he will.
And when would that be?
So that's why I was saying.
How am I supposed to answer that?
But as his
when
lawyer,
when you are asked when coming to the country,
as his lawyer, you must be in constant communication with Ken Offori Atta. Are you not?
That I'm a lawyer. I'm not the doctor. I'm his lawyer.
Exactly. My exact point. As his legal representative, you must be in constant communication with Ken Offori Atta.
I am not his legal representative. I'm his lawyer. Okay, I am not his legal representative. I am his lawyer. Anytime he communicates that he wants to come to Ghana, come.
No, well, me,
and Ghana will know.
If he's doing something.
For now, he's recuperating from surgery.
I've been with him also.
And he's in the United States of America.
At least for what I know.
As his lawyer, are you comfortable with calls that he should be tried in absentia?
So how many times you want me to ask? How many times you want to ask me this question? I don't know if I have said to you, make a demand on those who are saying he should be tried in absentia. I haven't said so. You are saying so. So those who are making that call and demand, ask them those questions.
For what I know,
I'm not prepared to answer that question because my client has made himself available through all legally permissible means by which he can be interviewed. And if that is not satisfactory to the OSP, fine. The OSP says he has other means by which he will bring his false return into the country. That is what we've all been waiting for.
To vote for Dr. Baumia,
At least in the interest of everyone.
I mean, the day that.
So those who are saying he should be tried in absentia, ask them those questions, not me.
Ghana, because he wanted to see Dr. Baumia being elected as the flag bearer of the.
Lawyer Frank.
So that makes me think that, from what I see, I think he's a clean person, but I cannot put my hands on fire on behalf of someone else. Yeah.